Welcome back to N.Rajini Kiranmai YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about or learn about the structure of C program. So when we are describing about the structure, each section is explained and how these sections can be used in a C program is also explained with a sample example in C. So let us look to the structure of C program. So this slide is going to present what all the different sections that are existing in the structure of a C program. The first section is a document section, second link section, third one definition section, fourth global declaration section, and fifth one is main function section, and the sixth section, that is the last section, that is sub program section. Now let us look to these sections in detail. Moving to the documentation section, in this section we are going to provide the program details. That means this section describes about the current program details like name of the programmer, that is author name, and other details which the programmer would like to use later. And how this description is presented in the C programming is by using the comment lines. So the comment lines or the lines which are not at all executed by the compiler, it just ignores the command lines. Why we use these comment lines and describe about the program details of the current program? Because the user of the program can utilize these information or details for the later purpose. And that is the reason why we provide the description of the current program in the documentation section using the comment line. And the symbols that are used to specify that this is a comment line is / for a single comment line. And if we wanted to provide the multiple comment lines, then we are going to use a symbol /*, and we start the comment and end with */. And moving to the second section, that is link section. This link section is going to provide the details about the instructions that are given to the compiler in order to perform the linking action. That is, it has to link the functions from the system library to the current program, and that is the reason why this link section is going to hold the statements which are to be executed before processing. That is, link section contains pre-processor statements, or we can say pre-processor directives. The best example to talk about the link section is #include stdio.h. Hash indicates the compiler that it is a preprocessor statement, and include is the action that the compiler should perform before execution. That is, before processing, it has to include. What should be included is specified between the angular braces, that is stdio.h, standard. Std means standard, I means input, O means output, .h is a header file. The angular braces indicates that search from the root directory regarding this standard input output header file and include the information into the current program. And these programs are executed before the current program execution begins. So the link section contains preprocessor statements. So these preprocessor statements includes the instructions to link the functions from the system library to the current program. Here in the example we have presented standard input output header file includes some functions, and these functions from the system library of stdio.h should be included into the link to the current program. Let us move to the next section, that is definition section. Even this is also contains a preprocessor statements, and in this section we define all the symbolic constant, if at all if they are used in the program. Example, #define, and the symbol here we have used is pi, and the value that I have associated for that symbol is 3.14. Hash indicates it's a preprocessor statement, and this statement should be executed saying that for that whenever you are going to see the symbol pi in the program, you just substitute that symbol with the value that is 3.14. This is the definition that we have provided to be performed by the compiler before processing. And coming to the fourth section, that is global declaration section. When we are talking about this section, we have to say that some variables that are there that can be used in more than one function. Not only in main, in all other functions also, if at all a variable wants to be used, then such variables are termed as global variables. And if at all, if we are using the global variables in our current program, then those global variables should be declared in this global declaration section, that is outside of all functions. So these global variables can be used in more than one function. Let us move to the next section, that is main function section. So as we all know that the compiler execution begins from this section. So execution always begins from main function. And this is the structure where main braces, begin braces, and then closing braces, and within this begin and braces we are going to represent the executional statements. And this section is divided into two sections again, that is within this begin and braces there will be declaration section and then executable section. In the declaration section we are going to declare the variables that are used in our program along with their data types, and in the execution section we are going to write the statements that are going to perform the task that we wanted to perform in the program. Last section is a sub-program section or function section. If we are using any user-defined functions in our program, those definitions are specified in this section. So we can say in general that this has all the sub-programs or functions which our program needs. Now here we presented a simple C program. See here, this comment line, that is a simple program in C, hash asterisk and hash asterisk hash is closed. This is a comment line. This line comes under documentation section. Hash include stdio.h belongs to the link section. And because in my program I am not using any global variable, that is the reason why I didn't go for definition section or the fourth section, that is definition section. And even I am not using any global variable, that is the reason why I didn't specify the global section even. So no symbolic constant is used, no global variable is used, and that is the reason why I have skipped those definition section and global declaration section. And then the execution begins from main, and begin braces is there. Within the begin braces I wrote a printf, welcome to C program, and I have closed it, and this is the end of the program. This is a comment line where these comment lines are ignored by the compiler. Now let us see how to get into the environment. In a DOS box, as soon as we open the DOS box we get a Z prompt. From in the Z prompt we are going to mount to C drive, where in C drive we are going to map to turbo C2. Again we are there in Z drive, so to jump to the C drive we are writing C : and then we come back to C prompt, there we are going to type TC, and this is a place we get into the C environment, and there we are going to write the program. See here I have used a program to specify all the sections except the global declaration section and subprogram section. So I wrote the comment line program for adding two numbers where it belongs to the document section, and then hash include stdio.h is the link section, and I have used a global symbolic constant, say n, and I have assigned 100 to it, and this belongs to the definition section. And I am not going for the global section because I am not using any global variable in my program. And main function has started, and within that this line comes under the declaration part, and the remaining all other statements comes under the execution part. And this is a sample program of C, which specifies what all the sections that are there in the structure of C program. Thank you for watching this video.